Damn it! No! I missed Mr. Spatterson! Welcome into Spat. Alistor, Mouse, good to see you. Spat says, I still need to come in here for my redeemed drawing that I redeemed, but never showed up. Damn. I didn't do that, did I? Okay, I gotta get that done. Wait, I really didn't do that? Let me check my... I guess I didn't, damn. Anyways. But yeah, we'll get that done. But good night, Mr. Spatterson. Welcome into Alistor and Mouse. Excuse me. I walked outside for a moment, or walked outside of my bedroom. And I found that it turns out that dinner is ready. Which I wasn't expecting. So I have dinner. You might be asking, Taku, what's for dinner? I don't know. I've got it. It's a Cornish hen, maybe? I'm not really sure. It's like half of a small bird in gravy mixed with rice. So, I mean, very tender. But Spat says, you didn't. You wanted to wait for me to be here, but I never ended up coming for it, so it's not your fault. I intended to linger before hitting the hay, but I had to let you know it wasn't your fault. Oh, okay, Mr. Spat, I'm so sorry. That completely slipped my mind. So sorry. But if you want to be here, I can do it while you're here. If you want me to do it on my own and then just like post it, I can do that as well. Either way is fine. And welcome into Mr. Brave. So Alistor says, nice, I made beef with rice and broccoli and green beans. Nice, nice. Very wholesome meals lately. Dude, today's been pretty good for meals, man. I had a poke bowl for lunch today. The cut itself is kind of mid, though. You know, the thing about getting poke bowls, you gotta find... Oh, okay, I'm just gonna keep talking while I'm eating, because... I don't know, kind of silly to start my stream and then not say anything. So I'm just gonna keep talking, but... The problem with poke bowls, right, is that you need to find a place that actually sells, like, good cuts. At least in my experience. I mean, you know, it's one thing you get a poke bowl and it's like... No matter how tired I am. It's pre-frozen, right? And, you know, I mean, ultimately in that case, it's kind of whatever. But if you go to a place that actually cuts the fish, you got to find a place that gets good cuts. Because I find that, like, grocery store style poke is, at least where I live, it's not good. Generally speaking. Like, some people don't know how to cut fish. You know? So, when they cut fish, it comes with all, like, the little chewy bits. All the little white chewy bits in the fish. That's disgusting, man. I hate eating that. But today's dinner's nice. I don't really know, like, the hard part. It's not really easy for me. This is going to be a chatting session for a little bit while I'm eating, but the hard part about this meal, specifically, is that it's bone on, and it's literally like half a chicken. Sorry, not half a chicken. Half a pheasant or something. I'm not sure, but half a hen. It's half a thing. I mean, I guess a hen is a chicken. Anyways, it's like half a bird. So I'm not really sure where the meat is. So you guys are coming along on this adventure with me. And you know, if I had some kind of painting camera, if I really did set up that like 40K painting camera, then you guys could literally watch me eat my chicken. But alas, I didn't do that. So anyway, Alistair says, "Nah, these have been my we ain't got stuff to eat, so what can I slap together meals?" Still a pretty wholesome meal though. Even if you just slapped it together, still pretty wholesome. I think I'm like 50% done. I'm almost done. I know it might seem like I'm going to be eating dinner like all stream, but I'm almost done. Alistair says, "I love Cornish hens, dude. Those are awesome." So true. It's just hard to find the meat. That's all. Or, I don't know. Hard to find it without tearing the whole thing up. But Alistair says, "I mowed my yard in 105-degree heat today. I have been drained all day." I see. Today was my desk duty day. And you know me, right? Once I get talking... Oh, and Mouse, take your time, no rush. Thank you, Mouse. Thank you. Well, the main thing is that I don't want you guys to hear me eat the whole time. But hopefully it's not too bothersome. But anyways. So, you guys know me. When I get started talking, then I don't feel awkward at all. I can talk all day. And in the case of no wait, I think I need to adjust my audio. In the case of work today, I had so much stuff to do at work, talking-wise, that I'm ready, man. I'm just talking. I might need to adjust these settings as we go along tonight. I don't remember what the original was. I think it was about 70. But, anyways. Brave says, "How about a glass of cold lemonade after a good day of lawn mowing?" Ooh. So, now, of course, don't answer this question if it's, you know, too invasive of a question, but do any of you guys have diabetes? And if so, how do you know? Right? Because I have this feeling that I'm like pre-diabetic, but I can't prove it. You know, like I've got blood tests, right, that have not really flagged anything too abnormal, right? But I'm finding that, like, so we celebrated a coworker of mine's birthday today, and we had cake. And after the cake, man, I was falling asleep, and I feel like my diabetic coworker was saying something like, "Oh yeah, that's the diabetes," and I'm like, getting tired after eating sugar? Diabetes. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, maybe I have diabetes. Because sugar, man, sugar knocks me out. If it's balanced with, like... If sugar is balanced with caffeine, I'm fine. But if it's, like cake, I will pass out. I don't know. Excuse me. Brave says, "Is that a thing? I keep seeing lemonades in cartoons." I see them in cartoons, but I feel like I don't see a whole lot of lemonade. But I guess I don't see a whole lot of lemonade trees, which probably might be part of the issue. Alistair says, "I've had some LMNT, which helped, but I've been parched all day." What is that? What is LMNT? Something Mutant Ninja Turtles or something. Something like that. Alistair says, my parents both do. Sweet smelling breath regularly, even when not eating sweets. Sweet smelling pee, frequent peeing. So, I personally know, says Mouse, but I can give you typical pre-diabetic symptoms if you want. So, oh, Element. It's a salty water packet. Okay. Nice, nice. So, I don't know where the hell the enemy is, but I'm gonna search it up for you. Okay, so pre-diabetes symptoms, because I looked this up at work, right? So the AI overview. Okay, well, actually, maybe this isn't what I searched. Hold on. Where are we getting shot from? So, the AI overview says, prediabetes usually causes no obvious signs or symptoms. When warning signs do appear, they are often mild and can include darkened skin patches, increased thirst, frequent urination, fatigue, and blurred vision. Because it is largely silent, a routine blood test is required for diagnosis. And for me, the one that stands out is like frequent urination and fatigue, because I get like these really random like spells where every so many, like maybe like once every 2 weeks, maybe I'll have these times where I will just like pee all the time, like every like 45 minutes I feel like I'm like having to take a piss. But there are days when I just like I drink tons and tons of water and like I don't know where it goes because it doesn't really, not a lot of it comes back out. And then I have other days where it's just like frequent urination. So I'm not really sure if that's a sign. Increased thirst, I feel like nothing's too crazy thirst-wise. And then the fatigue is really bad. In relation to sugar, the fatigue's really bad. I get real tired. Also, this Cornish hen is becoming very cold very fast. What do you understand? I mean, it could be other things. You know, it could be... Oh, I thought that was voice chat. I was like, who the hell's talking? But yeah. It could be other things, but I don't really know. You know? Could be a lot of different things. Move! Who is to say, you know? Who's to say? What shall we wear? You know, I kind of like the parched outfit. I think it's kind of cool. We'll go with parched. I don't think it has a... Oh, no, it does. There we go. Looks kind of sweaty, but also kind of cool. Brave says, I don't think I have diabetes, but I do like sweets. See, I've grown up really loving sweets, and, well, I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house growing up. And my grandparents kept the fridge stocked with soda. So, my enamel is just not great. Because of the amount of soda I would drink, like sip on over, like, you know, the course of the whole day. And my, like, visually, my teeth look fine, but, like, my enamel is not very strong anymore, so I have kind of sensitive teeth. It's not great. But Alistor says, I'm not, but I get my blood sugars tracked every year since my parents and grandparents have it. So it's genetic then, right? Because I could have sworn that I saw something like you can develop diabetes through lifestyle habit. But then I also saw something like it's genetic, so I'm not really sure. You know, I feel like we had this conversation before. And here I am not remembering what we said. It is genetic? Yeah, well, let's find out. Let's go on a learning journey, guys. Let's see. Is or can what? How do you get diabetes? Diabetes happens when your body cannot make enough insulin or cannot use it right. So, type 1 diabetes, your body attacks itself, or according to the AI overview, your body attacks itself by mistake. Your immune system kills the cells in your pancreas that make insulin. It is caused by genes and things in the environment, like viruses, and it often starts in kids or young adults. Right? So, meanwhile, type 2 diabetes. Your body makes insulin, but your cells do not use it well. This is called insulin resistance. Over time, your pancreas cannot make enough insulin to keep up. It is linked to a mix of genes, family history, and body weight. Being inactive or carrying extra belly fat raises your risk. Damn. So Outdoor says, yes and no. Welcome into Stefan. How are you, Mr. Stefan? It's good to see you as always. What was that thing you say in Appy's chat all the time? I am a menace or something like that? Welcome in, good sir. Honestly, I think it's so funny when I think it's so funny when Stefan gets the first chat. I think it's hilarious personally. But Alstor says yes and no. So normal, absolutely. But if you are super overweight and your eating habits are trash, your body could just not be able to produce enough insulin. But like, how overweight do you need to be though? I feel like I'm not overweight, but the problem with me is that I feel like I'm prone to like beer belly almost, but I don't disperse, like my body doesn't disperse fat very well. Like the fat is going straight to my stomach and I need to like exercise to keep it down. But otherwise, like my legs, my arms, like they receive nothing, or at least not like a noticeable amount, right? Nothing nothing about like my body except for my like stomach area is what would be prone to getting larger. So I'm like, it's gotta be diet, you know? If I stopped exercising, though, I'm pretty sure I'd gain, like, could very easily gain a substantial amount of weight, but... but Brave says, how do you keep first chat in Appy's chat? Stefan's just like, I'm waiting for the notification, you see. See, the problem with the time Appy streams for me is that I am busy at work when Appy starts stream, and then I go for a run, so... I'm usually not there for the beginning part. Like, with my old job, well, actually, not, I was gonna say with my old job, I could just watch on work time. But if I was working at my old job, I'd be working with Appy. In which case, if he's streaming, then I'm not working. So, I don't know. My mouse says overweight in like the 250-pound zone, coupled with sedentary lifestyle. Okay. So, I'm not 250 plus, and I'm not sedentary, so I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. I'm not sure, but okay. Well, something to think about, you know. Just a little little something to think about. Um, Tonight I think I'm gonna be grinding for. I want to get all this event pass stuff, the Broken Rain thing. So don't really know what that looks like yet. What the grinding part looks like, but probably gonna play some like random stuff. And there's a mouse. Okay, I'm almost done. But Brave says sedentary life. Sedentary, I think. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but sedentary lifestyle is more like if you don't really move a lot. Like if you just like sat in a chair all day, every day, that would be sedentary. Or like the most you do is get up to use the bathroom and like go to between the bed to your desk or something, you know? Like you're not really exercising or moving around. So for me, for work, for most days, I get my steps in, so I'm usually physically active at work. And then outside of work, I do running, so speaking of which, let me tell you, I got these new shoes. They're actually wait. Okay, no, this is fine. So I got these shoes, right? Does anyone know anything about Hoka brand shoes? Hoka, Hoka? Because well, so me and my family were passing by a store that sells Hoka shoes. I'm more of a Nike man myself, but I think that's in large part because I've been wearing like Nike brand stuff for athletic activities for pretty much every like sport I've ever played my entire grade school career. So I'm very familiar with wearing Nike product for my shoes. But my family was like, "No, you gotta try this Hoka brand."
You are now group leader.
I don't like it.
A clan member has joined
Mouse says my sister wears those. Are they better than Nike though? Because my family was like, well, okay, so I get shin splints when I run, right? So I think there's too much impact when I'm like running around. And my family has been telling me to try this like Hoka brand to prevent the shin splints. You know, I went running twice this week with the Hoka brand shoes. I kind of feel like, at least for part of my run, like I feel like the impact is like worse than the Nike. Mouse says she likes them. Well, see when you wear it like when you wear it and you're not what am I trying to say? When you wear it and you're not running, they feel pretty comfy. But when I'm running, I'm like they're I feel like they're not as padded as like they don't feel like running shoes, you know? They kind of feel like I strapped the they feel like I strapped like a piece of tire to the bottom of my like my foot, you know? Anyways, all right, I'm done eating. I'm gonna go take my plate to the sink. I'll be right back, and then we will be getting the stream started for real. So I'll be right back. My apology. Oh, I like. Welcome into Lemonade. Like how I walk away. Lemonade's like, I'm here, and then I'm taking my plate to the sink. Anyways, I'm back. Lemonade. To catch you up on conversation, what do you think about Hoka shoes? Hoka. What do you think? Yay or nay? And hello, Mr. Mouse. Oh. Oh, he teleported away. But Mouse says, I don't know anything about tennis shoes. I pretty much only wear boots. See, back when I lived in like a colder climate, I love boots, man. Like I love the support. And I think I'd be more... I think I'd like to wear boots if I had like the breathability, you know? The breathability is like the big thing for me. So, kind of depends. But Mouse says doing some gear work already. Sounds good to me. I gotta figure out what we're doing tonight. I think what I'm gonna do, I gotta figure out my inventory first, but I definitely want to be grinding through like any kind of fights. It doesn't even matter what the fight is, but I really want to level my character, or not my character, sorry. I want to level through the battle pass, or event pass, so that I can get all the stuff from the event pass before the event pass expires. So, for that reason, I kind of want to run Countdown. I wish there was an equivalent to Countdown that wasn't Countdown, you know? Because Countdown kind of turns into like the same thing over and over again after a while, which is, I mean, it's not bad, you know? Like, I still have fun, but there's not like a whole lot of variety when it comes to Countdown. So, anyways. But Alastor says, I wear Hey Dudes? What is that? Or I have a pair of Colombian hiking shoes. Hey Dudes? Hey Dudes shoes. Oh, these are kind of snazzy, actually. Actually, no. I think I know. I've either seen shoes similar to this, or I have actually seen these shoes. But these do look really comfy, actually. These do look really comfy. Lemonade says, they look like they would be good for running and for long standing and after pregnancy rebalancing weight. Do you have to rebalance weight after pregnancy? I don't know much about pregnancy, but... but, I don't know, like... So to catch you up, Lemonade, I was just saying that I get shin splints when I run. Like, my ankles get really sore when I run. So, but Mouse says Summit. Yes, we can do, Summit actually sounds kind of good. I haven't really done Summit for a long time, so that would be pretty good for us. I guess I'm heading to the Summit. Ah, shoot, wait. Okay. Never mind, I do still have it on challenging. Good, good. I'll just do that. But yeah, I think I've tried the Hoka shoes, and I don't think they're all that great, personally. But I mean, they're not bad, but I just, the shoes themselves. Okay, so the reason I'm so critical of the Hoka shoes is that they cost like $170. And to me, that's way too much money to be paying for shoes. I feel like $40 is the price of shoes, and anything higher than that is way too expensive. Because like my previous running shoes were like $100, and that was like, to me, that was a gigantic investment to stop my shin splints, and then I still got them anyways. And now the price is increasing, and that, you know, I've got these even more expensive shoes now with the hopes that my shin splints don't act up. But, and I mean, I guess they've been okay these past few days, but certainly don't feel very good to run. Alistor says, I have like 4 different pairs of Hey Dudes. They are horrible for your feet. Well, they... See, the thing about the Hey Dudes, though, is that it looks like you don't need to tie them, and I really don't like tying my shoes. I can do it really quick. I don't like doing it. I can do it. I just don't want to do it. I'm the kind of guy that I double knot my shoes once, and then I slip on the shoes for like the entirety of their life cycle. I don't tie them anymore if I don't have to. Unless it's like, you know, the laces are kind of like brittle or not super great. And then in that case, I'll have to retie it because I have to, but, you know. Anyways, but Mao says, I have 2 pairs of cowboy boots and 1 pair of combat boots for work. Nice, nice. Yeah, like, I like the feeling of boots. I don't like the heat associated with boots. I could pull it off in colder climates, but now I can't pull it off. It's too hot. But Lemonade says, yeah, because your body skeletal structure loosens more, and you're more front heavy, so you're putting more pressure on your heels to counterbalance the baby. Okay, I didn't think about that. And that sounds like a hubby question. He did cross country and soccer, as I like boots more. Okay. Alistor says, yeah, you don't. Mouse says, I hate trying shoes, hence boots. And Brave says, oh, it's shoes with no shoelaces. I wear those too. See, all the shoes I have are... Whoa. Sudden tint change. All the shoes that I wear, like, I treat them like slip-ons, but they're like... I don't even know what brand my shoes are. My work shoes? I think my work shoes are Vans. But they're not like the conventional Vans design, but I think they are Vans brand. So I feel like in casual walking around and doing stuff, I'm more likely to wear Vans. If I'm going running, I'm most likely to wear Nike. Now Hoka. And if I'm in a colder climate, I'll switch to boots. And if I'm being realistic with myself about what works the most with my lifestyle, it would be slip-ons. Or flip-flops. Did you know that where I'm from, we call flip-flops slippers? To me, it's weird to say flip-flops, but to each their own. It's tomato, tomato. But tie shoes, that's a thing of the past. Yeah, see, I tie them once, and then I just stop thinking about it. Tie them once, and then I'm good to go. Also, is there a way for me to just start the summit without having to wait? I don't really know how to... Maybe if I... Select difficulty challenging. Do I have to go to the summit? I guess I'll... fast travel to summit? So Lemonade says, I tie my boots / shoes in a way where I can loosen the tie just a bit. And once I put them back on, I just tug on the ears and I never have to tie my shoes ever. Exactly, I call them slippies. This is good. I call them slippies. Also sounds like you just need some Velcros at this point. Okay, I wouldn't go so far as to do the Velcro thing, but you might have a point. You might have a point. Oh shoot, wait. I just realized my YouTube chat is not open. There we go. Okay. But Mouse says could be worse. Australians call them flip-flops or slippers. To you, thongs. I see. To me, flip-flops is just weird, though. If I may be so critically bold. Flip-flops are just weird. Like, I understand the whole thing about, like, oh, they flip and they flop. That's why they're called flip-flops. Yeah, but you slip them on, so then slippers. But I guess for, like, the mainland US, it's considered... Slippers are more of, like... the... I don't know how to describe it, but... You know... They're like... The ones that don't have the strap between your, like, big toe and your... the thing next to your big toe. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it anyways. But the name comes from the sounds they make. Slippers are the slip-on bedroom shoe. Yeah, I guess... bedroom shoes is probably a better way to put it. If it doesn't cover the heel, they are slippies. Not the slippies. Oh, did this work? Wait. Each directive slightly increases the chance of a targeted loot item to drop. Should we... I feel like this is going to make it incredibly hard. I'll just start it as it is. We should be okay, maybe. Alistor says I call them my flippy floppies. Not the flippy floppies. Not the flipperson floppersons. Lemonade says house slippers were called sock shoes for... What? Sock shoes for whatever reason? Speaking of, like, house slippers. Oh, Mouse is down for running full directive? Down for whatever. Thank you, Mouse. Welcome into Cat. Cat, would you like to join the summit in progress? The problem with the directives is that I usually don't run directives, so I wouldn't really know what to do. Or, like, I wouldn't really know what I can and can't do, like, offhand. I'd have to, like, start slow, I think, to kind of, like, etch in my mind the things I need to be careful of. How about sandals? Do sandals need Velcro? Also, Cat, we're talking about shoes right now, or the different kinds of footwear, I guess. Good news, the directives are very self-explanatory. Well, yeah, but when you just look at the icon, it's not really gonna be too direct, right? Actually. So, okay, if we were at Mouse, if we were to restart Summit right now, how would we go about doing that? If you wanted to do full directive. Oh, damn. How would one activate all directives? Not the Sandies. Sandals have heel strap, flip-flops don't. So, does that mean that Crocs are a sandal? Since they have the heel strap? And how do we feel about Crocs? Yes! I mean, this whole time I kind of thought to myself that Crocs were more of like their own type of footwear, I guess. I don't know. I mean, that's just my thought. Lemonade says, look, before I had a kid, words weren't slippies and macas. McDonald's. Apparently, I used to call Burger King Baking a while ago. Mouse says, go to map, return to lobby. Alternatively, every 10 floors you can adjust. Okay, I guess we'll just wait till the next floor 5 then. And we'll just turn the directives on. We'll experiment a little bit. Crocs are... What? Crocs are eatable? No, you can't. It's... Is it not styrofoam? Or something adjacent to styrofoam? I don't think you can eat Crocs. Maybe biodegradable, but I don't know if you can. You can't eat Crocs, can you? Surely not. Surely. Crocs are very distinctive, though, with their whole front cover. Yeah. Have you guys ever owned a pair of Crocs? I had a pair back when I was in elementary school, and I used to get really bad, like blisters from all the chafing. You know they have like that little, the little like black circle piece for the, you know, like the back strap of the Crocs. So that circle piece would always chafe against my feet, and then it would cause my feet to kind of like blister. It was pretty bad. Yeah, it was pretty bad. The reality is that I should have just been using slippers the whole time, but anyways. But they're sandies, yes, but they also have regular shoes as well. I see. And not the iconic style of Croc, but I did have a pair of tennis shoes. Nice. What classifies as tennis shoes? Are tennis shoes more like narrow? Or what? Alistor says, OMG, you really can't. I once heard that Crocs were edible. Okay, well... Alistor's over here spreading misinformation. Everybody's on a normal wavelength, and Alistor's like, yeah, you can eat Crocs. Please do not eat Crocs. I wonder who told you that now. Why would somebody say that? Or maybe somebody you know was like actively eating Crocs and just like they just brought in their own delusions. Alistor says, my son and stepdaughter like Crocs, I don't want to wear them. Is it like a style thing, or is it like a feel? You don't like it visually, you don't like how it feels, or just don't really care for them? Don't care for them either way. There are heel Crocs as well. I live on my own wavelength. Alistor, yes, gaslight me. You provide the gas, I'll provide the light. Together, we will gaslight. It was all over the internet at one point, I swear. They look horrible. Alistor be like, not my style. Not my sense of style. You know, I knew this girl in college that was like obsessed with wearing Crocs. Or at least she'd always get made fun of for wearing the Crocs. Me personally, I really don't care either way. You wear Crocs, you don't wear Crocs. There's no real difference to me personally. Damn! Oh! This is not good, not good. Oh! It is happening. Can actually do damage. I'm getting wrecked right now, just a second. 2 seconds. I don't know how we're gonna do directives, dude. I'm getting wrecked. Technically, everything is edible once. Mouse does have a point. Chaotic, but also kind of true. They both have such sweaty feet when they wear them, and I already got hot feet. Crocs are comfy, though, until you get them. Yeah, I imagine getting them wet's kind of nasty. Only if there's teriyaki sauce on it. Do you guys like teriyaki? Kat says, I like the extra accessories you can insert into the air holes. They're cute. You know, you'd think for a shoe that has so many holes, you'd think that it'd be more breathable.
Shade tech detected.
But I guess it's the material. I used to like, I don't know if that's still a thing, but like, back in the day, you know, trinkets. Like Kat saying, you add the little trinkets to your shoes. I haven't seen Crocs in ages, man. So I don't know if like people still use trinkets on their shoes, but I know that was a big thing back in the day. I think I had some too, but I don't remember what I had. I used to be a big SpongeBob guy growing up. So if I had to guess, I would just assume that it's something SpongeBob related, but I'm not entirely sure. I do love my SpongeBob. I do love my SpongeBob. The gibbets? Is that what they call it? The gibbets. Not the trinkets. The gibbets. Alistor says, my son has Minecraft Crocs with the little croc hole filler things. Heck yeah, dude, my beef and rice today had teriyaki. Mirin. Soy. Rice wine. Vinegar. All in it. Dude. Every time I watch a Japanese cooking thing, they're always like, I know it's spelled like mirin, but everybody always goes mirin, which I guess is the proper pronunciation, but it's so hard to pronounce. Mirin. Lemonade says, I'm shouting at my screen. They are gibbets. They're little trinks on the Crocs. Are gibbets. Oh. Group invite failed. Cat can't join now. Cat, no! Did it? Oh. What the hell is this?
Hostile striker drone detected.
Okay. But we'll try to get you in as soon as possible. Oh, never mind. Cat's right here. Welcome in, Cat. It's good to see you, good sir.
Hostile drone detected.
Also, Error says Mr. Error is busy tonight. So unfortunately, we may not see Error until later tonight. However, Error watches the bots, so Error might be out there somewhere. Future Error is out there somewhere. The cat says, oh, I hope you enjoy your Look Brave. Hope you enjoy. Cat says, bring back trinket fashion. I have a chain of cute mascot animals dangling from my belt, badges on my bag, and patches on my jacket. Dude. First off, really cool. But second, along the lines of the patch thing, I read this crazy Reddit story recently, dude. There was this story about this girl that was unsure, like, she was posting to one of the subreddits saying that, like, growing up, she used to have this hobby of always collecting patches wherever she went, and she had like this backpack that had like all the patches from all her adventures growing up. And supposedly she was saying that her boyfriend had just like given away like 10 patches to like just some random friends of his. And she was wondering whether or not she was overreacting in like getting upset with him. It was so upsetting. I was like, ma'am? He what? He did what? You're telling me that he just gave away your prized possessions?
Another agent
Without your permission? Just no reason? No real benefit either? Just throwing things away, truly? Oh. Wait a second. Can we... Oh, wait. What? What? Huh? Ah, interesting. Oh, never mind. I can't open that. For gubbins. Sounds like vegan gummy bears. So true. Gummy bears. Alistor says, dude, I call it Mirror N. Oh, I can see that. Also, Cat, where the hell did you get that cool outfit? Where'd you get that? That's really cool. Cat with the really cool drip, as always. This Emar guy is pretty cool, too. Mouse says, I have Death Corp of Krieg pin on my workbench. Nice. Oh. So these crates require a summit access key, which is a yellow... I like how Mouse got locked out. Alright, let me see the chat. So these crates require a summit access key, which is a yellow key dropped somewhere in the last few floors. We can go back and look for it if y'all want. Whoops. It's okay. We'll find it if we find it. And Cat says the money store. I see, I see. The real world money store. Cat got it from the IRL money store. You know, I hear good things about the Death Corpse of Krieg, but I haven't really, I don't know. I feel like I'm too, like, game-brained. So, I don't think any Kriegers are in any of the games, right? Any, like, 40k games? I don't think so. I know, like, I think, what, the Imperial Guard is? But I don't... Just because you're Guard doesn't mean you're Krieg, right? It's more of like a sub-set of the Guard. But Alistor collects hat pins, nice. I don't know, man. Like, I think it's so cool to just collect stuff. Regardless of what it is. You know, the thing I never understood, though, is Pokemon cards. Collecting Pokemon cards. I mean, a part of me, like, kind of gets it, but I'm also kind of like... I mean, not to say it's bad or anything. I'm not trying to, like, judge it by any means. But... Never really understood the hype. Lemonade says, you don't mess with other people's hordes and give it away. For his crimes, no hands, and 10 of his games go to other people. Exactly. Exactly. Like, I really can't imagine, like, if I had a girlfriend to start. Well, first off, hard to imagine having a girlfriend. I mean, I say as a tear rolls down my face. But beyond that, I mean, wait, what are we doing? I hear things. I hear items. But beyond even having a girlfriend, I mean, I can't imagine having a girlfriend and then my girlfriend just, like, giving away my stuff. Like, the audacity. This goes for anybody. Even if, like, I don't know, even if, like, my parents, like, randomly just gave away my stuff without my permission, it's like, what? Why would you do that? I don't know. I mean, it's one thing to be like, oh, you're not using this, can we give this away? That's fine, you know, but if it's like... If your girlfriend has been, like, collecting all this stuff for so long, kind of whack to be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna give it away. Give away, like, a dozen patches from your prize collection. Crazy. But Lemonade says, Cat with the brass knuckles, damn. Yeah, Cat is always pretty drippy, I must say. Pretty drippy. Also, on a side note, if you guys are interested in playing The Division 2, just know that it is on sale for $7.50, or roughly. If it looks interesting to you, I can assure you it's not as hard as it might look. And it's just constant. It's just constant getting stuff, man. If you want to play a game where you just get stuff endlessly, and the stuff is actually, like, pretty good, and it continues to be like pretty good, even if by like a little amount, then you should definitely check it out. But Kat says there's a new incursion. You know, I've never played a single incursion. Have you guys done incursions? I've never done a single one. Like, all the end game content, I'm too hesitant to play that because I don't have a good build. Like, playing it with you guys is fine because we can all communicate with each other, but I've been too hesitant to play in pubs because I don't want to mess up somebody else's, like... I don't want to, like, hop in, not know what I'm doing, and then mess up somebody's game. If I hop in with you guys, it's like we can communicate about what to do. And at least that way, like, you know... Not to say I want to, like, join and mess up you guys' stuff, but... At least, when I play with you guys, we can talk about what to do, you know? I bet this rando is probably confused. The rando's like, what the hell are you guys talking about? But Lemonade says, I like collecting cardboard Pokemon cards and Magic and playing the actual game for them. See, when you play the actual game, that I totally understand. You collect stuff to play the game, I completely get it. But card collecting, I've never really understood. If you're not playing the card game. But Mouse says you need a good team for incursions. Cat says, I've done the first one, not the new one yet. Okay, okay. I mean, maybe I should wait until I get to, like, level 500 or something. I think I might wait a little bit. But, pretty fun Destiny dungeon with the mini mechanics, okay. Because the builds that I'm running are very homebrew, and they're not super great. Like, my builds get the job done, but they're very challenging difficulty builds. Just a second. I'm going to turn my light off.
Situation detected.
Hold up. It's getting kind of dark in my room. And we're back. So, Lemonade says, I once gave a new friend a Japanese friendship ball, and then I saw it in the trash a year... Excuse me. Saw it in the trash a year later. I asked about it, and they said, oh, I'm doing spring cleaning, and I don't have a use for that ball of string. I don't talk with them much now. You know, that, first off, absolutely wild your friend would do that. But, I mean, hey... They... At least, you don't... You know where you stand, you know? That is really uncool of them, though. That is really uncool of them to do. For me specifically, I have a thing about gifts where I kind of like, I hoard them almost. Where I'll just like... Well... I guess it depends on the gift. But generally speaking, I'll hoard them. Unless it's like stuff from a past relationship gift, then I'll be like, get this out of my face. But assuming that it's not from like a prior relationship, then I'll keep it. Lemonade says, I like to collect Japanese items and learn their historical uses and meaning. Nice. Do you have a favorite item, perhaps? Alistor says, my mom collected 5 binders. Oh, sorry. Kat says, I recommend doing them once you get comfortable doing heroic content regularly. Okay. Thank you, Kat. I'm only comfortable doing challenging, so heroic I need to work on. So, Alistor says, my mom collected 5 binders of Pokemon cards a few years ago, but I guess there was a big thing about packs in stores having fake cards and she stopped. Really? You know, I'm kind of surprised. I would assume Pokemon would be a little more protective of their brand to not allow fake cards, right? But I guess it's a big world. You can give me one, I won't throw it away. Alistor, you're so nice. And Bao says, same Taku. I have the model plane my ex gave me. Like, I don't know if it's just like my... I don't know. My like OCD thinking that I can't handle the emotion, but I feel like when it comes to gifts, like I look at them and they fill me with like a sense of like happiness or like a little smile on the inside, you know? And for that reason, if I get a gift, I'm just gonna keep it. Even if I don't plan to use it, like I'll still keep it, you know? Which is the same thing like when it comes to like fan art, for example, like the one that Lemonade drew on our screen, it's still there on our screen because it brings me joy. And I use like fan art for my wallpaper on my computer. Not because I'm conceited. I joke about being conceited. I'm not actually like, you know, conceited, but I keep it as like a little thing to smile at, you know, to be like, oh, what a wonderful gift, you know. But when it comes to like relationships that have gone like sour, then generally I don't like to look at it. So I might toss those out, but it has to go pretty bad. It has to be pretty bad. Like, it has to be, like, cringe. If it's, like, cringe, I'm gonna get rid of it, but... it's more of, like, my relationship with that person has to be, like, something I cringe about for me to get rid of gifts. For the most part, I keep it, though. Alistor says, depends on the past relationship gift. I have a coaster on my desk that my ex gave me, and a watch. I also have a few $100s of cologne that an ex picked out, but it smells good. I think the thing that's hard for me is that I tend to form associations pretty quickly, and I don't like to combine my feelings about something. This is really hard to explain. But I think it's more so the way that I feel about something is what kind of determines whether or not I keep it. Or allow it. I don't know. This, I'm specifically thinking of like, there was this, I've been doing carpooling lately to get to work. One of my coworkers lives like really close by. So, I've been carpooling with him to work. And one of the things I've been kind of like struggling with a little bit to come to terms or to feel comfortable with is I drive my grandparents' old car, and I have a lot of like positive memories in that old car, and I get kind of like defensive about who rides in the car. Hopefully this doesn't make me sound too uppity, but I get a little like defensive about who rides in the car because I'm like, I hold such strong memories with the car, and I don't know, having another person in it, I'm like, I have a hard time with being comfortable with it because I'm like, it's fine now, you know, but I'm also like, if my relation with this is for me. Thank you, Kat. Thank you. But yeah, if my relation or friendship with that person goes sour, then I don't really want that memory associated with the car, if that makes sense. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyways, Kat said a while ago, I'm surprised someone hasn't flooded the market with fake cards to drive the price down. You kind of got a point. I feel like Pokemon cards are probably printed like money. I feel like Pokemon cards are printed like money, in that they're printed in such a way that it's identifiable when one is fake. For like when it comes to determining like stuff of real value, you know, there's a way to tell if it's fake, I imagine. But Emar says, how do I get guns that do a lot of damage? By playing with us on Fridays. We're playing twitch.tv /TakuTetra. Anyways, this is a little shameless channel plug. Actually, now that I think about it, that's kind of a half lie. Well, it is kind of true, but at least when he plays on higher difficulties with us, he'll be fine. Anyways, what was I saying? Sorry, I'm really far behind on chat. Sorry, guys. I'll catch up, though. I'll catch up as best I can. Alistor says, my mom collected 5 binders of Pokemon cards a few years ago, but I guess there was a big thing about packs and stores having... Oh, no, I read that one already. Oh, no, sorry. I'm not as far behind as I thought. Lemonade says, I don't have a favorite one, as they all have different uses. It's hard to choose. Mouse says, I kept the plane as a reminder of lessons learned and mistakes I don't intend to repeat. See, I don't know. I don't know if it's like... It might just be some part of my brain that wants to keep things separate. And I don't know if that's like the OCD in me or what, but like when it comes to like cringe or uncomfortable memories, I like to keep my happy memories away from my cringe and uncomfortable memories. But I think that the I mean, the reality of it is that life is not so, you know, one thing or the other. And that I need to just be comfortable with having a mix of both. But, I don't know, man. I just get so cringed by my own memories sometimes, man. I get so cringe. Oh. Dude, this guy has a lot of health. The pub we're playing with right now. Actually insane amount of health. I don't know what build he's running, but kind of impressive. Or armor, I mean. Lemonade says, I tend not to keep stuff that an ex has gifted me unless it has a use, as they already torment me in my dreams. I don't need physical reminders of how things ended. That's what I'm saying! That's what I'm saying. Kat says, best DPS exotic gear is over dog gloves, but personally I prefer Exodus. You know, I got gloves recently. Let me check. What do I have? Oh, yes. Dude. Kat, I literally have the exact 2 gloves you're talking about. I just picked these up the other day. So Exodus on armor break, drop a smoke bomb at your feet, and then weakest link amplifies weapon damage by 30% to the lowest ranking enemies currently in combat. Not bad, eh? Not bad. But gun, St. Elmo is overall best, balanced, but highly recommend LMG, and blue screen's good LMG. What am I using? Oh, I'm using Agitator because I'm trying to get proficiency. That's what it is. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, I agree. I agree, Lemonade. You know, I felt really bad, the other, it was about, like, a year and a half ago. Do I want to tell you the story? Whatever, I already started. I probably shouldn't tell you the story, but I already started, so it's whatever, but, I shouldn't have brought the story up. I guess, like, what? When did I move back home? It was about, like, 2 years ago, maybe? And I I was trying to clear my room because I tried to clear my room because I was trying to make enough room to like put a table with my computer in my bedroom. I just have like all these like random trinkets lying around. Anyways. But I've been working on trying to clear some room, and I came across this gift I got from back when I was in high school. There was this girl that was interested in me. Well, we were interested in each other, but anyways. But yeah, she was interested in me, and I feel so bad. She gave me this really nice, like, thoughtful gift, but it was a, so it was this deck of cards, right? It was this deck of cards that she had made like little drawings on each card. I don't know if it was the full deck, but there was a lot of cards. She drew this drawing on each card about like what she likes about me or something, and then she like hole punched the upper corner of it and like put a ring in it, like one of those like, not like jewelry ring, but like the like a flashcard ring. She put a ring around it to bind it all together, so it was almost like flashcard compilation of the things that she likes about me, made out of like a playing card deck. It was actually really, really thoughtful. Anyways, the reason I probably shouldn't have brought that up was because I threw it away. I was like, I don't know. I mean, okay, hear me out. The reason I threw it away was because I was like, I can't look at this. I'm just kind of, I don't know, like, cringed. Or not cringed by the gift itself, but like cringed by the memory, I guess. I was just too cringed. I just had to get rid of it. I felt so bad. Anyways, welcome to Emmer3. How are you? You wouldn't happen to be Emar, would you? Welcome in. If the chat has sounded... If you are the random... Oh, you are? Okay. I was gonna say, if you are that random guy and it just sounds like everybody's talking gibberish in the game chat, it's because you're missing the component of me talking on the stream, so that's all. But welcome in. It's good to see you. Don't feel pressured to join at all, but if you would like to join, we play this game on Fridays, as best we can. We've kind of taken a break these past 2 weeks because I was busy during the past 2 weeks, but we're back. Business as usual. So welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, if you're looking for any kind of like Division stuff, I don't know, like the Division endgame content is a little hard for me to understand, it was hard for me to understand initially, and I feel like there's a lot of learning to do about it, but the gist of it is that if you play harder difficulties, the drops are better, and you can use the better drops to form better sets of equipment, more or less. So, I know we were talking about that earlier. But anyways, to catch you up, at Emmer3, to catch you up, I was just talking about how back when I was in high school, a girl had gifted me a very thoughtful deck of cards filled with drawings about what she likes about me, and I threw it away. I mean, I'm a grown man now. I'm not a high schooler anymore, so, you know, it's like not really my thing. But I do feel kind of bad about getting rid of it. You monster. Your first impression.
Visible and hostile control.
But anyways, we're talking about that. Cat says, don't invest in blue cores unless you're using a shield, and even then don't invest too much. What the hell is a blue core? But Mouse says, my ex did something similar for my 25th birthday. She gave me 25 paper stars each with something she liked about me on them. I threw those away after we broke up. See, that's what I'm saying. It's in the like a similar vein where it's like, I really appreciate the gift. I think it's really thoughtful, but I feel so bad looking at it. You know what I mean? That's the reason. That's the reason to get rid of it. It's not like it's a really thoughtful gift. Don't get me wrong. It's really thoughtful, but it's also like damn, you know. It's so thoughtful, but I'm also like this did not work out, and it's been a long time. And the mix of both of those things, I'm like, I gotta get rid of it. I don't want to be looking at this. Lemonade says, I'm so glad I never did that for an ex, as I just kind of gave them throwing knives and the like. You gave your ex throwing knives? Why? For... What? That is an interesting gift, though. I don't think I've heard of that one before, but nice, nice. You armed your ex. I got myself weapons as well. Now my husband buys me firearms. Dang! Buy myself those. And it's the effort, I guess. Yeah, it's... Like, I appreciate thoughtful gifts. I think that it's hard to... It's hard to want to hold on to something that you have a like modern day negative feeling about, you know. Oh, there was goodies. Sorry, but it's okay. We got it. Okay, there's more goodies to be found, I'm sure. There's more to be found. This is all pretty new to me, though. Like, I haven't really been playing Summit, so I'm not really sure. Oh, don't really know much about Summit, let's say. I am enjoying it, though, but I feel like without all the enemies, this would very much be like the back rooms. But we have 90 levels to go. So true. I have things for y'all. Excellent, excellent. But feel free to hand them to the Emar as well, if you'd like. I mean, I think I could always use gear, but I'm not like just starting endgame. So, if I pick up anything good, though, I'll let you guys know. Lemonade says, I think when you hold on to an item from a person and you split, you keep it, but once you're feeling have bent... oh! Welcome into Sable. How are you, Sable? Welcome to the Division 2. Did you also come from the Division? It's good to see ya. We're talking about past relationships. So, current topic is past relationships. And holding on to gifts from your exes. That's the current topic. But you finally got to level 30. Nice. Very nice. I'm wishing you all the best. If you're looking for a clan, you're more than welcome to join ours. This goes for everybody. If you're looking for a clan, talk to Tetra Twitch. You're more than welcome. But Sable, have you held on to any gifts from an ex, perhaps? Lemonade says, previously, I think when you hold on to an item from a person and you split, you keep it, but once your feeling have been felt, you're done with the item, not because of the item, but because the feelings that were a part of it are no longer there. Yeah, I think for me, Like, for me, I feel like I can't hold it. I feel like I can't hold on to it. Once things are done, I don't want to think about it anymore. Oh, I think I have this one. If you're willing to offer it to Emar. But nice to hear you guys have one, Sable. Only thing I held from an ex... oh, damn. Nice. Only thing I held from an ex was in high school when they made a thing for my keys so I'd stop losing them. That's long gone. Damn. That is... It's pretty sad, though. I don't know, man. I was just saying... I got a... Was that free? Yep. Well, I mean... I'll pass on it. Yeah. You can take it. It's up to Mouse, really. I'm good. I'm good. I will yoink whatever you guys aren't going to yoink, though. But guess I'll yoink this one. Anyways. But yeah, I was just telling... Oh, actually, sorry. Before we continue... What's the vote on directives? Oh, thank you, Sable, for the follow. Thank you. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoy your time here. I really appreciate the follow. Let me give you a shout out, too. Sorry. Shout out, Sable. Raccoon. There you go. So, what is the vote for you guys on directives? Did you guys want to do the directives or pass? I think we can handle it. Sable says, I have a Miku wallet chain attached to them now. Ah, nice. Because I know Mouse said, Mouse is up for all directives. Cat says I'm up for any. And Emar just started Endgame, but the upside is that if you survive, then you'll be getting a lot of XP. You'll be getting a lot of XP. So here's what we'll do. Keep all these in mind, because I'm only going to go over them once. Oh, Sable says going to head out, though. Normally end 4 hours ago. Hope stream goes well. Thank you for joining us, Sable. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. I hope your night goes well. Thank you for joining and thank you for rating. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you. Real quick, the directives, right? So I'm going to enable them all, and we're just going to hope that we don't die, okay? So armor never regenerates after an encounter. It can be manually healed. Start with no armor kits. Only acquire armor kits by filling the signature weapon ammo bar. Armor breaks apply a stack of broken to the agent. Each stack of broken reduces an agent's max armor. Using an armor kit removes 1 stack of broken. Minimap and directional threat indicators are removed. Starting ammo and excess ammo is lost on reload. Enemies don't drop ammo, and ammo is not shown on the minimap. Start with no ammo. Hostiles killed with the sidearm are the only ammo source. When one skill is activated, the other is put on cooldown. Skill cooldowns are only reduced by collecting skill parts from killed enemies and destroyed weak points. Enemy bullets may be of special weapon types. What type depends on the enemy faction. Killing an enemy fills the rage meter of nearby hostiles. Rage depletes over time. A full rage meter makes an enemy enraged. Actually, what am I doing? Let's start with this. Instead of activating them all at once. We'll do 2. And that's plus 50% XP. If we can handle it, I'm just going to add another one. How does that sound? I think that's better. But maybe not the ammo stuff, too messy. Oh, shoot. We'll be okay. Oh, Fog of War will be free? Hold on. Can I change it? Fog of War is free. Fog of War Revisited, not the ammo one. We should be good, right? Let's start with this for now. And then assuming it goes well, will increase the threat. Okay. So Mao says, see, I sort of agree and sort of agree or disagree. Depends on the item and the person. I got rid of the stars because they specifically were what my ex liked about me, but I kept the plane because I could give it a new meaning. See, and I can get that. I can get behind that. I can't do it myself, but I can get that. Oh. No! Got locked out of the elevator. Okay. Mao says, on a completely different note, the ADHD of my Audi ADHD is going strong. I'm playing Division. I got Taku Stream running on my phone, and I'm rocking out to pop music on my desktop. Nice. Nice, nice. Yes. More mental stimulation, yes.
EMP jammer detected nearby.
Okay, I might have to lock in a little bit. I don't know how hard I have to lock in, though. I am going to try a lot harder this time. Hack EMP jammers. How do you... Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, yikes.
EMP jammer destroyed.
Was this a smart idea? I feel like this is a little dangerous. Now, I'm no Division expert by any means, and especially not a Summit expert, but this does seem a little dangerous. To say the very least. It does seem a little dangerous. So, yesterday, I saw that Gears of War 1 was on sale. As you guys know, I'm a Gears of War fan. And Gears of War is part of the reason I like The Division. They kind of share, like... I mean, minus the melee stuff, they do share, like, kind of similar combat, like, cover-based combat. And, I gotta say, after playing The Division 2, Gears of War 1 does not feel the same. Gears feels kind of clunky by comparison. I mean, I'm sure E-Day will feel a lot better, but Gears of War, like, 1 does not feel as good. Lemonade says, that sounds overwhelming to me, but I am happy for you. If you're happy, I'm happy for you.
EMP
Oh.
jammer destroyed.
So nice of ya. Mao says, my ex, who was more autistic than me, hated being around me while I was gaming. Why is that? Why hate being around you while you're gaming? Also, this armor thing is making me kind of worried. I think Emar's build is good for this, though. I do notice a lot of armor bars, so... Oh, sound sensitive. In general, sensitive to overstimulation. I can get that, too. I can understand that. Sensitive to sound. I get it, I get it. I get it, I get it. This is... this game can be a little overstimulating. Totally understand. Sorry, this... I'm trying to level up this gun. It's like the only... The gun's not very good. It, like, kind of gets the job done. We are moving. Nice. Nice work, fellas. Alistor says... Excuse me. Alistor says, my wife used to hate when I gamed when we started dating, but that's because I'd hyperfocus and forget to talk to her for like 5 hours. Oh my. I get that, though. I get that. Nowadays, I don't know if I'm just too work brain nowadays, but like it's generally kind of hard for me to play games like for long periods of time. Like I can do like 5, but sometimes when I have the day off, I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. I can play games for like 3 hours, and then I'm like, what do I do now? What am I supposed to do now? Now that I've played my games. Got the key? Nice work, cat. We have to keep a lookout for that chest. You know, as long as you take cover, it's not too bad. These directives, it's not too bad. This should be pretty good to level up the event pass too, so... I mean, the whole purpose of us doing this is because I wanted to gain some XP levels for the event pass. Sorry. I keep coughing, man. I've been, like, hacking up phlegm lately. Did you change your outfit again? Nice, by the way. As always. But... I've been hacking up so much phlegm lately. That's been so disgusting. Cat says, I can heal a little, so we should be good for chip damage? What is chip damage? Cat opens the door. Oh. Nice. There's stuff over here, it seems. Alright. Nice. Chipping? What is chipping? What does that even mean? Mouse says, see, my ex's problem was the fact that I would be playing games. Oh, tiny damage that slowly whittles you down. Okay. Thank you, cat. Thank you, thank you. Hold on just a second. Let me take these guys out before I read Mouse and Lemon. Just a sec. Nice work. Nice work. See, the trick is to not get shot. You don't need armor kits when you never get hit. Science is fascinating. Mouse says, see, my ex's problem was the fact that I would be playing games, humming to my music, and maintaining a conversation with her all at the same time. I feel like it's kind of the best, though. I don't know. Like, having someone to talk to while you're playing games. Well, sometimes I need quiet, but I don't know. Having your significant other around while you're, you know, playing games, doing your own thing. Sounds like a whale of a time to me. But I need the stimulation, though. I need, like, something to do with my hands while I'm talking to somebody. I fidget a lot. I can't just be, like, standing around. Oh, I forgot I had this. The little healing circle for my armor. Lemonade says, the games I want to play is Big Walk and play with my husband, but kind of hard when I compete with tanks and guns and the guys, but to combat it, I just play 3 runs of Hades and read manga till he remembers he has a wife. Oh, man. How is the Big Walk, by the way? How is the Big Walk? Do you like it? How hard are the puzzles? Because I've been hearing a lot of good things about the Big Walk. Been hearing a lot of good things. I'm more of a peak man myself, but I guess it depends on the day. Alistor says, yeah, my wife will message me at 3 or 4 a.m. and yell at me to go to bed these days. Go to bed! It's bedtime! See, I can't imagine being married. I don't know. Or maybe it's... Or... Sorry, I can't imagine being married to the extent that, like... I feel like... I don't know.
Automated defenses detected.
I feel like I do what I want all the time. I can't imagine not doing what I want all the time. I already just do whatever. Not to say that I'm incapable of compromise, but to say that... I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But you understand. You get me. Things are really survivable right now. I'm really surprised. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. Alistair says, can I say the only thing I'm not looking forward to is school being... The only thing I'm not looking forward to school is being up at 7 a.m. I'm gonna not be in a lot of streams. No! No! And Kat says, try to train yourself in using cover. Yeah. I mean, if it gets really hard, I'm using cover. But right now, things have been kind of a breeze. I think it's also because of you guys, though. But it's the main survival tool for heroic and... Oh, okay. Training for heroic and legendary, yeah. I get that, I get that. Oh. Got some stuff over here. Cover is your friend. So true. Not me in a cover-based shooter, not using cover. Alistair says she is mostly yelling at me because I have to get up with our son and I'm cranky when I don't sleep. Oh, okay. I can get that, though. I can understand that. Lemonade says, I like it. The puzzles are fun, but it's hard when you play with people who don't play puzzle-based games and aren't good at the words. Then there's me, who can't read a map for the life of me, and whimsically get to the next puzzles, lost and afraid with just a radio. I heard something like you can spawn in a different spot, and the only way to communicate with your friend is to use a radio or something like that. Alistair says, speaking of bed, I need to head that way, slowly trying to fix my sleep schedule. Alrighty. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful sleep, Alistair. Thanks for joining us. Cool outfit, by the way. Alright. I'm ready. Oh, can I emote? Wait. Wait, can we... No, we can't change directive. I guess it's every 10 floors, then. Interesting. But that's a striker gear. The striker gear. I wish it was easier to see what the pieces are together without having to have the piece. Like I want to know what Virtuoso does without having to equip the Virtuoso, you know? High fire rate and high DPS. Nice. 1886. Oh, actually, you know, that might be the one I'm using. Yeah, it is. Oh, kind of proficient. Not bad. But yeah, you can take that if you want. I'm good. I've got it. Got it on my person. And when you guys are ready, I'm ready. If not, I'll... Okay, there we go. Alright. I guess I'm walking in. In I walk. Unless you guys wanted to... Oh, never mind. I guess we're going. But yeah, I recently got gifted the big block. I recently got it gifted to me.
Striker drone detected.
Recently. I hear it's up to 12 players, but I don't know. I mean, I think it's gonna be... I don't think it's gonna be a stream thing at any point, just to kind of throw that out there, but... Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have started blasting. I just walked into the room and I started blasting. My bad. Maybe I should have worked on the position first. Dang, there's a a lot of drums, man. There's a lot of drums in here. Lemonade says, walks in the room like he owns it and he's bulletproof. I walk in the room like, yep, cat's gonna soak up the damage for me. Cat's got it. Surely someone else will take the bullet, I say, as I walk straight into the room to get shot. I am kind of liking the endless corridor type thing going on here, though. It is kind of nice. It is kind of nice to just, you know, run to the next place, start shooting. Not having to deal with all the mission dialogue. You just... Oop, sorry. You just walk in and you're just immediately in the fight. Also, I forgot to address this today, but just so you guys know, there's a storm coming, IRL, and there is a small chance I may need to cancel stream at the last second. So if you're like showing up the stream tomorrow or Sunday and you're like, where's Taku? I either canceled stream spontaneously because of the weather, or my power's out. And I'm gone. So, anyways. But Cat says Summit is relaxing, and Mouse says Summit is probably my favorite game mode in this game. Nice, nice. I haven't played much Summit because I don't really have... Well, I mean, I have you guys now, but when I play offline, I don't really have anybody. So, when I play offline. But what kind of storm? A hurricane, my good man. It was originally a tropical cyclone, but it has upgraded itself to a hurricane. And currently it seems like I might be okay, but there is a small chance that I will not be. And if I'm not, then there's no stream. So, yep.
Shade tech detected.
If I suddenly disappear, you're like, oh, where's the stream? Yeah, things aren't well. Things are not well wherever I may be. I don't know why I just walked straight into this room. This was not my smartest move. Well, this... Is the fire actually going to work on the fire guy? Probably not, right? Probably not. Oh man. Hey. Hey. Oh man. Oh man! Ouch! I gotta back up. Dang. Oh, thanks. Nice. Nice work. I wasn't worried for even a second. And how will I finish my work without Taku blasting away the bad guys? Exactly! I mean, how will anything ever get done? I'm not really sure what we're gonna do tomorrow, though. I think I put Lego Batman on the schedule. I do want to keep playing that game, but... if not, it's probably gonna be Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 or Dawn of War 1. Not sure yet, but it'll be something. Something interesting. Mouse says, what category? I think it's category 1, I think. Category 1. I'm not entirely too sure. It's only, like, just come out that it's going to upgrade from Cyclone to Hurricane. Tropical Cyclone to Hurricane. So, kind of... bit of an unknown at the moment. And the only reason I'm here is because it hasn't hit yet, so... But it's gonna hit in the next... 24, 48 hours. Kind of depends. Depends on, like... There's the center of the hurricane, and then there's kind of like the little, like, traily bit. That part is kind of hard to measure where that's going to hit. So, if the traily bit happens to be long, then I may get my power cut out. I think the main thing I need to worry about is wind. I mean, there's rain too, of course, but like the wind is the most concerning. This house is not the same durability as a concrete bunker. But Mouse says, fair. I will admit I don't know much about hurricanes. More familiar with tornado. Yeah, tornadoes scare the hell out of me. I can't imagine. I can't imagine being in a tornado. Too scary. Too scary. I've seen videos where people, like... What was it? They, like, hunker down at home, and at the last second, a tornado kind of just shows up and just wipes out their house. It's so scary, man. But... Generally, we don't have tornadoes where I am. We have, like... rare hurricanes, but for the most part, the hurricanes tend to dissipate in energy. Oh, how come tornadoes scare you but not hurricane? It's because of the way that it's specifically because of the way that that hurricanes act around where I live. Because where I live, I don't know if it's like the depth of the water or the temperature of the water, but generally speaking, a lot of like hurricanes tend to dissipate before they do any damage. Like they tend to like slow down or just weaken by the time they get here. So, I mean, hurricanes generally, like, yeah, very dangerous, you know, but they don't usually, like, the weather conditions are not very favorable for a hurricane to be growing, generally speaking, as it gets close. If it's far away, it'll grow, but if it's close, it'll wind down. But Lemonade says, what is a tornado and hurricane? I kid, I know what they are. As a desert person, we have the Haboob, which is a wall sandstorm. A what? A Haboob? You guys put the word boob in your... What the hell's that? Hold on. Haboob. That's real? A haboob is a massive, intense dust storm driven by downward winds from collapsing thunderstorms. It forms a towering wall of sand and dirt that can rise thousands of feet high, stretch for miles, and reduce visibility to 0 in seconds. This is crazy. I've never seen one of these. Ah, boob. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, cat. Boob. And tornado can skin you alive, literally. Yikes. Tornadoes can be terrifying, but like hurricanes, ones that actually kill are rare. I was watching this YouTube video about, it was like... something like YouTubers that disappeared under, like, sad circumstances or something. Something to that effect. And I watched this video about this guy who, I guess he was kind of like a popular YouTuber that a tornado was coming, and then he was in a car with his dad or something, and then like the tornado was strong enough to like lift the car, and then it threw the dad and the son like out of the car, and then the son is the YouTuber, so the dad lived, but the son was found like several days later, deceased. It's kind of sad, man.
Hostile striker drone detected.
Kind of sad. Haboob will exfoliate you viciously. Is it really called the Haboob? Am I pronouncing it right? Or is it pronounced like Habob? No, it's gotta be a Haboob. There's no other way to... Anyways. I think if you called it like a dust wall, I think I'd be a little more frightened. When you're like, oh yeah, this Haboob is gonna get us, I'm like, oh, huh. Lemon said boob. No. They gotta work on their branding. The Haboobs need to work on the branding. Not a very frightening name. Oop. Oh, I think I might be able to throw that far. Hold on. I got it. I gotcha. Or mouse has gotcha? There we go. Nope. I can't take cover there. Crazy. No, not too bad. But not the Storm Chasers. Storm Chasers kind of... I don't know, man. Like, it's really... I think... Like, tornadoes and hurricanes are, like... very... awe-inspiring, I guess might be the right term for it. You know? Like, it's a real spectacle, but at the same time, I don't want to be in the middle of it. Maybe if I had, like, several lives... Or if I could, like, I don't know... pause my IRL life and then load a checkpoint or something if I'm about to die. I think that would be pretty cool. But unfortunately, since I don't have those abilities, I don't think I'll be storm chasing like those guys. It is cool though. It's a cool, very interesting profession. Interesting profession, albeit quite dangerous. Damn. Got him. Mouse! Oh, never mind. It's good. It's good. We're good. Okay, we got it. Lemon says, anything to do with water scares me. I'll take sandstorm or earthquake. Honestly, how dangerous is a sandstorm? It's more of like a visual thing, right? I feel like sandstorm I might be okay with. Earthquake I'm scared of, personally. Earthquakes kind of scare me. Earthquakes and what follows the earthquake. You know, like tsunamis and such. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm the most scared of. Let me fix my inventory real quick. I really should have taken some time to put away my good stuff so I can carry more. But alas, I did not do that. Alas. Okay, ooh, Coyote's mask. Okay. And all of this is kind of whatever. It's not really that great. Oh! Okay, yeah. I think should be good. I'm still trying to build my library, so... Okay. Then I guess I'll just junk the rest. There we go. Mouse says, my cousin used to storm chase before he got married. Wild, but I respect it. Mouse says, the rifle I dropped is a really Really good talent if anyone needs it for their library. Nice. Kat says, had a big hurricane in the city once, and it banged against my barricaded door all night. The wind blew through the buildings like a harmonica, and it made super creepy wailing noises. Yeah, the scariest thing about a hurricane for me is wind, man. The wind is really scary. Oh. Ah, damn. We didn't get the option for... Oh. Well, what is that? Ah, shoot. I probably should have just dropped some stuff for Emar here. Damn. I could have dropped some stuff before I... before I junxed it. Sorry. The sandstorms are more visual. They cause traffic accidents. Yeah. Yikes. If I saw one of those, I think I'd just pull over. He's chasing a different kind of storm now. Oh, no. Not the storm of marriage. Not the storm of marriage. Alright. I'm ready to proceed when you guys are. You guys are ready? And so am I. Let me... There we go. Mouse says he used to take his wife, then girlfriend, storm chasing, but she didn't like it and made him stop. Now he does photography. I mean, she got a point, though. She does have a point. I mean, I certainly wouldn't want to be getting married to somebody that has a very dangerous profession. But that's just me. That's just my thought. Alright. We ready? Anything else? I'm just gonna yoink it to scrap it. If anybody's... Nobody wants it. I'll scrap it. Actually, can you just... Well, you can just deconstruct it as it is. I didn't really stop to take the time to read this. I didn't realize you could just deconstruct it as it is. Crazy. Kat says Striker Chest is kind of hard to use. Need a lot of shooting to ramp up. My personal recommendation is use the backpack. Okay. Oh, wow. That's really cool. Okay, let's go. The storm of marriage comment killed me. Equalizer chest instead. The mouse says, he has on his YouTube channel like a 10-minute compilation of his wife going OMG while he's driving into storm. Like, how close is he getting to the storm, though? Is he, like, right in the dead center? The dead center of it. Damn, dude. The amount of, like, mucus and phlegm lately. What is... Oh, I see it now. My bad, fellas. Don't mind me. Just going for a little... Just going for a little walk, you see? Don't mind me. Just a little guy.
Detected.
Oh man, this cover sucks. Oh no, actually, maybe it's fine. It's probably fine. Did I already told you guys that I'm planning to get a dog at the end of the month, right? Did I tell you guys that? I think I did on Wednesday, I don't remember. I'm still stressing about it, though. Every once in a while, I remember that a dog's coming and I stress out, man. Stress out. I'm gonna keep the breed a secret for now, but just know that it's a small house dog. but sand blasting you away. Strong wind and sand is a scary combo. So true. I agree. 100%. Nice. Mouse says he'd like chase down tornadoes in his pickup and get within like a few hundred feet of them. Good grief, man. And then in a pickup. Well, I guess a pickup would probably be more like more horsepower than your standard SUV, right? Lemonade says, I bet Twister was his favorite movie before the remake. And you have to get a dog? Well, yes and no. So what happened is that my mom put down a deposit for a dog from a dog breeder. And in due time, we're not sure exactly when yet, but in due time we're going to go pick the dog up. And then the dog is going to be our dog and come to live with us. Oh, ad blocked. Back? Welcome back. I was just explaining that my mom put down a deposit to get a dog. And the dog is officially born. And once the dog is ready for pickup, the dog will be ours, basically. But the hard part being that my family has never owned a dog. My mom has owned a dog in childhood, but everybody else doesn't own a dog. Like, I've spent most of my life afraid of dogs because my mom got attacked by a dog when I was young. And I've been kind of fearful of dogs ever since. Anyways. But now that I'm older, I'm not so fearful of dogs anymore. But because of my fear of dogs, I would avoid dogs at all costs when I was young. Same with my sibling. My dad doesn't really care for animals. And my mom cares for animals, but hasn't had a... I'm gonna yoink this one. Thank you. Whoever dropped that, I think it was Mouse. Thank you, Mouse. But yeah, my mom hasn't... used to have a dog, but hasn't had a dog for a while. So, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then the dog doesn't have a name yet. We're kind of workshopping names right now, so we're not really sure. Not really sure. If I were to pick a dog name, I think I'd probably name him something like, honestly, I'd probably name him Son. So I'd be like, come here, son. Let's go, son. Because that dog will be my son. Or I'd name the dog, like, Kin or something. Like my next of kin. I think Kin would be a good dog name, too. That's just me, though. I don't know. Cat says... Or sorry, before that, Mouse says, it wasn't he had a Ford Ranger, a really small pickup. Okay, never mind. Maybe it's for the best he stopped storm chasing. Cat says, not gonna lie, I can't morally condone breeders and puppy mills. Adopt when you can. Yeah, I'm not a real big fan of the breeder thing. Dog's gotta come from somewhere, but I don't know. I mean, this is just how it is right now, so I get you, though. I definitely get you. But when is the dog gonna arrive? The dog is going to arrive in the latter part of this month or the beginning of next month is my guess. I don't know, though. I'm kind of sketched kind of sketched out. I have this feeling. That we're gonna get ripped off, but I'm not like 100% on that. But I guess my thought is like, we've seen the dog, right? Not Atreus. But I've seen pictures of the dog, right? The dog is very cute and very photogenic, but that's the problem. Because in my mind, I'm like, there's no way we're getting this dog. There's no way. You're just lying to me. There's got to be, like... I have this feeling that we're going to get there. And the breeder's going to be like... breeder's going to say something like... oh, yep, this... the dog you wanted is already taken because the dog doesn't exist. And then we'll just have pick of the dogs that weren't advertised, I guess. But I don't think it's AI. I didn't even consider the possibility, but I don't think it's AI. In that, I've seen multiple pictures, like, different angles of the dogs. Well, I guess that could still be AI, but it doesn't look like AI. AI-powered dog. Truly the dog of the future. But I don't know. I'm a little bit unsure of what's gonna happen. I don't know what kind of temperament or personality the dog's gonna have. I'm not really because of my inexperience with dogs in general, because I avoided them when I was a kid. I don't really know how to train a dog, so I'm gonna have to learn how to train a dog. And I hear, I don't know how true this is, but I hear that dogs like really pick up on your like on subtle cues, even the ones that you don't like intend to give. And the dog makes an assessment about you depending on like how reliable you are, whether or not if the dog asks for something or implies that they want something and you don't give it to them, then they'd have like a takeaway from that. They learn something about you and they have like a takeaway about like, oh, this guy's not trustworthy or whatever, right? So I guess my worry is that I'm gonna like miscommunicate with the dog somehow. So I don't know. That is kind of what happened with... This is kind of a sad story, but...
Hostile drone detected.
This,
Hostile striker drone detected.
There was this puppy in the office a while back. That... Like, the puppy liked me a lot. And then, like, towards the end, the puppy didn't really, like... The puppy did not like me at all. And I'm not sure what I did to make the puppy not like me. But I don't know. I don't know if it's like... My guess is that... Well, okay, so for one thing, I was at work, right? So, like, I need to actually work at work. So, sometimes I need to, like, ignore the dog because I got stuff I gotta take care of. Like, I'll be, like, on a phone call and I can't be, like, giving the dog, like, a bunch of attention while I'm trying to fix something. So... I don't know. I have this feeling that what it was is that the puppy wanted me to like pet her, and then like she wanted to like lick my face, and I didn't want like slobber all over my face, so I feel like I didn't get as close as I should have. I might have offended the dog or something, but yeah, that dog did not like me after that. It's kind of sad. The dog that once loved me did not love me after that. It was so sad. But Brave says, is the dog coming already decided, or can you say no to the dog? It's pretty much already decided. If there's any, like, really harsh objections by my family at the last second, which really shouldn't be happening, If there is any harsh objections, then that could stop the dog, but for the most part, it's pretty much set in stone at this point that the dog's coming. That dog is on its way. Lemonade says, one of my husband's family friend's family breeds sled dogs, and sometimes when the dog is too friendly, they have them get adopted. He has offered us a pick of puppies since they weren't cut out for work, but they were good as a family pet. Unknown if that offer still stands anymore, as we don't live in Alaska anymore. That's very nice of them, though. Very nice of them. Sled dogs would be pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Nope, don't mind me. Just opening my stuff. What was I saying? I don't know. Like, nope. Sorry, I just yoinked that. I didn't even think about that. Sorry. I just yoinked it. Let's do this. Oh. This is striker stuff. I guess I'll leave that for Emar back there. Sorry, was the other thing I picked up strikers? I think it was. Should probably drop that. I don't know where it is, though. Let me see if I can find it. The strikers is not mine. So we'll go... How do you drop these? Options. That ain't it. Mark as? No. What? Share? Oh, there we go. Wait. Did that? I don't know if that worked. Oh no, it did. It did. Okay. All right, I'll just leave that there. It's gonna say something about the dog. I don't remember. Oh, okay. So I also heard this thing, right? I heard that you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to let, like, just anybody pet your dog or something like that. Or, sorry, that's not what I meant. Something like you... If you let your dog get too friendly with others, then the dog becomes more prone to kind of like jumping on other people or something like that. The dog can the dog can become like overly friendly and like approach people that don't want to be approached or something along those lines. So I think that's going to be kind of a hard balance for me to figure out as well. Trying to find a good balance such that the dog doesn't like jump on everybody it sees, but I also don't want the dog to be afraid of everybody as well, you know? So. And I heard something about some kind of dog virus or something that has like a 99.9% like kill rate. There's some kind of like super contagious dog disease that can like kill your dog if you don't have the dog vaccinated. And for that reason, it'll be around like the 20-week mark or something when the dog actually gets to like roam around outside. Because it would have to finish like all the rounds of vaccines it would need to get. Something along those lines. Kinda scary. Kind of scary to think that your dog can get taken out like that. Ever so quick. I don't know what the hell's over there, but it's really strong. Damn. There we go. I think that virus began with a P, but I don't remember what it's called.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Also, I made a huge positioning mistake. I might die here. Yep. Oh, that killed me. Crazy. Oh, never mind. It's all good. It's all good. I'm disoriented, so I can't run in a straight line, but... Oh, thanks, guys. Sorry, that was my bad. I'm just screwing around right now. That was my bad, sorry. There we go. Brave says, is this your first pet dog? It is. I've never owned a dog before. And because of my lifelong fear of dogs, I have not really spent much time around dogs because dogs used to scare the hell out of me, so... nowadays it's not too bad, but I think it's in large part because my coworker had a bunch of puppies. Like, her dog... My coworker's dog got pregnant from a mysterious rogue dog that jumped the fence and impregnated my coworker's dog. Anyways. And then my coworker had a bunch of... my coworker's dog had a bunch of puppies. And I spent a lot of time around the puppies. And I think that helped curb my fear of dogs. WTF? Yeah, don't think too hard about it. Now... what can I say? But yep, that's how it happened. The classic... What was the phrase? I've heard it described as a wham bam thank you ma'am or something. That makes me sound like an old person, but that's the way I've heard it described. Got hit with the old wham bam thank you ma'am. Let me get rid of all the stuff I favorited real quick. Because I do not need to be carrying those around. If I favorited it, I am not going to be recycling it. Therefore, I do not need to keep it on my person. Because it is just wasting my space. I'll keep those guns, though. Well, it depends on the gun. This one away. I'll level up the other guns later. We'll worry about these later. Yeah. All right. Mouse says, get your pets fixed, y'all. Real. And Lemonade says, no, the birds and the bees talk with Taku. Talk about here making me feel old again. Is that how you would describe it as well? The wham bam thank you ma'am? That's what I've heard of it as, but I don't know. Oh. How are we feeling? A little more? Honestly, the armor break should be fine. And then... I feel like Ragers would be fine too. I'll do that. And then we'll see. Oh, shoot. Oh, there we go. Alright. Kat says, my family's only dog ran away one day as my dad took him out for a walk. And by the time we found him, he passed away under a tree in the park. Kat, no! Kat, that's so sad. Sorry to hear that, Kat. That is genuinely awful. That is genuinely awful. Brave says, how come you don't have a cat pet instead? I'd like one, and I think a cat works better for my family's lifestyle, I think. But the reason we don't have a cat is because my mom's allergic. My mom's really allergic to cats. I'm like lightly allergic. My eyes get a little bit itchy, but for the most part, I'm fine. I can be around cats, but like in the long term, I can't. It's not good for me to be around cats. In the short term, it's fine. But I'd rather not have like an indefinite eye itch for the next like decade. So for that reason, not a good idea. But I do like cats though. I think cats are cool. It's just that my family's allergic. So, but Lemonade says, I like dogs, but allergic to short-haired dogs and dog Dadner? Dander? What does that mean? I know I've heard of the word before, but I can't think of what it means. Shall I allow this one?
System breach initiated.
I'll keep that one, but only... I'm gonna keep that one, but only because... don't know how that's gonna go over, but that is very informative. Thank you, Mouse.
Agent down.
Mouse gave all the, like, 3 different variants of the wham bam. Thank you, man. But, oh my. I think I'll hold that one. But, nice. But yep, that's the story of how my coworker's dog got pregnant. It was that simple. Truly. You know, just a little hop of the fence, a little bit of dog business, and then poof. Suddenly my coworker's dog is pregnant. I do feel kind of sad about, like, the thought of breeders is I do think it is kind of messed up, though. Oh, shoot, sorry. I'm, like, really close to a spawn point. Hold on. I gotta run away. I'm way too close. Oh, damn. Will we live? Oh, we're good, we're good. Yeah, I do think that dog breeders, it is kind of a messed up situation. I don't know. I mean, a part of me is like, I get it. The dog's gotta come from somewhere, but at the same time, I'm like, I mean, the dogs basically come from a, you know, mama dog that gets her puppies taken away. It is kind of sad. This might kill me. Yep.
Agent down.
It's not good. Actually, I'm really close to... Ah, shoot. Hold on. I might be able to hit my revive hive. Oh, never mind. Thank you. I made a mistake there. But skin flakes are dander. Thank you, Lemonade. Thank you. Mouse said, I figured even if you didn't allow it in chat, you'd at least enjoy reading it. I have more that are significantly less PG-13. If that's what you consider PG-13, I'm afraid of what else you got in your sleeve. And your coworker's dogs are what I call a free spirit in polite terms. Truly. Truly a free spirit. You know, I just hope that the dog is, I don't know. I heard I heard something like well, my coworker's ouch. My coworker's dog, like, at around like the 2-month mark, my coworker's dog was just kind of done with her babies. I guess her babies were just like annoying the hell out of her. So she was just kind of done. And Lemonade says, breeding dogs with health issues is quite dumb. Yes, I want this deformity because its nose is cute. Never mind, it can't breathe right. Yeah. I don't know, like I really like,
An agent needs assistance.
I really like, I don't care for pugs. I think the one you're referring to is pugs. I don't really care for pugs, but, I really do like Dachshunds. But I hear that Dachshunds or sausage dogs have back problems, which I didn't know. I really like those, but they have back problems. So I hear. And I wouldn't really want to... I wouldn't really want a dog to be spawned into the world that has, you know, like, difficulty breathing or a sore back for their whole life, you know. That would just not be a very fun environment. But Mao says, I don't have a problem with ethical and responsible breeders. I do have a problem with puppy mills. So what's the difference between a ethical and responsible breeder and a puppy mill? What are the difference? What are the differences? Because I would have imagined that like a puppy mill would be more of a negative connotation added to the idea of a breeder, I guess. But sausage dog shape is originally for hunting. Okay. Interesting. So what do sausage dogs hunt then? Just like rabbits? Animals that live in burrows? Rabbits then? Or something? Mouse says, yeah, after a few months, mama dogs push their puppies away. It's a natural instinct left over from the wild. I see. Do you think that... I don't know. Do you think that, like, mama dogs feel, like, sad about their babies getting taken away? Or do they just not care at a certain point? Do they have like a... Does the maternal instinct like stop at a certain... Once the puppy's at a certain age? Like the puppy hits like 2 months and then the mama dog's like, yep, this is an adult now. I'm not responsible for this dog. Or how does that work? I feel so bad taking a puppy from a mama dog. The shape helped them chase and retrieve animals easier. I can't imagine a sausage dog running, but... In the burrow, I can see it, but it looks so goofy. Running after a rabbit or something. I don't know. That's just my thought. Hunts sausage, says Brave. This guy. Oh yes, it hunts sausages, you see. It's a sausage dog because it hunts sausages. Oh shoot. We're gonna have to hack the servers for this one. Oh wait, no, we just destroy the servers. Destroy the servers to get rid of the hacked turrets, I see. I understand. Interesting. So, Mouse says, puppy mills exist just to pump out as many puppies as possible. There we go. Responsible breeders ensure the comfort and health of both their dogs and the puppies. Puppy mills don't. Okay, I see now. Okay, I think the breeder that my family is using is as I understand, this guy does it like as a profession, like a licensed professional. So I would imagine he's not like a puppy mill. He is like a breeder, but not like a garage puppy mill place. Like, this is this man's job, basically. Or this woman's job, I'm not really sure who the breeder is. But Lemonade says, I think for first-time mama dogs, it's hard. But if they breed for mills, I think they get used to it as they're just pumping out puppies. Yeah. I don't know. That is kind of... It's kind of sad, man. Mouse says, after a while, yes, the maternal instinct virtually disappears from the mother dog. Do you think that if I were to hypothetically, like, I don't know, like, have my dog for 2 years and then I bring the dog back to the breeder so that my dog can see the mom again, do you think that my dog would even know the mom? And my dog would remember? Or would he just forget? Is it like human babies, such that human baby memory, such that you don't remember anything at a certain age? I mean, I guess it's hard to ask a puppy. Like, do you remember the first 2 months of your life when you were living at the breeder facility? It'd be kind of hard to ask that question. I mean, I guess you could like bring the dog back and just see if the dog remembers, but. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think I'm getting a little worried, but I'm also kind of, I think, a little too in my own head lately about it, and I'm probably just like making up the worst case scenarios, as I often do for these types of things. So, I don't know, man. I think my OCD, literal OCD, is very based around, like, morality. Morality and irreversible consequences. And, I don't know, the whole dog breeder thing feels kind of immoral, but... I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day, but at the same time, like, but Mouse says yes and no. Dogs definitely know their family, but that recognition is more seen in littermates than mother puppy. Littermates are prized in working dog and hunting situations because they have a notably higher chance of working very well together. Okay. Interesting. I didn't realize that. That's very interesting. Very, very. You can ask the dog cam. What about the dog cam? Can ask about what people think. Do you think that... How do dogs know their siblings? Do you think a dog would know it, like, its cousin? Like, if I put two dogs from different litters together, but they share the same mom, then do you think they know that they're siblings just by, like, smell alone? Or would it just be like, oh, this is a dog of the same breed? Smell by smell? Would they smell the same? Smell. Okay, interesting. So you think they'd be more, like, friendly toward each other knowing that they're that they're related? It's interesting. But you can have a dog cam. Well, okay. Well, a dog cam would be nice. A dog cam would be nice. I think the thing that worries me the most, or makes me the most anxious, is the part where I gotta train the dog. Because where I live is not, the house I live in is not very dog-proof. There's a lot of, like, wires around. There's a lot of, like, small trinkets near the floor. And I don't want the dog to be, like, eating stuff, or, like, especially I don't want the dog, like, eating a power cable or something. So that kind of makes me a little nervous. I think eventually the dog's going to be just, like, free roam around the house. In which case, I'm going to have to train it not to bite power cables, you know? So, I don't know what's going to happen. The biggest thing is that I don't know how to train it to take a piss. Or to poop. We'll have to see. But I think it was Alistor that was basically saying, like, you you can just kind of take the dog outside. Like whenever I have to take a piss, I just open the door so the dog can take a piss. And in that way, it'll be easier to track like when the dog should be let outside. Which actually is kind of smart. It is kind of smart. But then, you know, like Kat was saying about like the dog just like running off. I'm probably gonna have to teach the dog like not to run away, you know. I don't want to have to leash the dog every time to bring it outside to take a leak.
System malfunctioning.
You know. Oh, I think I picked up a key. I think I just got a key. But
System back
dogs,
online.
or sorry, Lemonade says it's why they sniff butts. So I heard something like for dogs, the smell is a mental stimulation for them. It's kind of like, oh wait, am I missing something? It's kind of like reading the newspaper for them. You know, they can kind of get a feel for. Ooh. Reinforced shoulder straps found in the summit and part of a set. Bring the full set to the summit rooftop and signal to all clear. Cool. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think we're getting through all 100 tonight. We're on floor 23. But we can keep going for a while. So, dogs don't normally recognize non-litter mates. I see. Vet bill's gonna be fun, so true. I got part of Ridgeway's pride. Oh, alright, alright. So, Mouse, if I... Oh, Summit... I was just about to ask that. Whether or not Summit saves my progress. I wanted to know that. But nice. Okay, perfect. Once you guys are ready, I will step into the elevator. I don't know if Emar's ready. Ooh, Baker's Dozen's pretty cool. Well, I don't know. I'll leave that for Emar, if Emar wants it. Mouse says, patience is key in training. Also, positive reinforcement. While it takes longer to affect than negative reinforcement, it is more effective in the long run than negative. Check out your local library. They'll probably have books on training dogs. Otherwise, a lot of resources on the internet. So, my mom's been reading a dog training book. So I'm hoping that her experience will carry us all through it. But sufficient outdoor time and training should keep them from running off. Okay, okay. I'll have to train hard. Ours was quite old, so we weren't sure what he thought about in that moment. I'm free to roam. Small dog, small bladder. Potty training is a pain. That's what I'm kind of worried about. The dog's going to be kind of small, so. But, so, I have another question, but this one, the setup, I think is going to be kind of long. So, let's say that I'm teaching my dog to, like, heal, right? So I'm telling the dog to come to me. And when I'm training the dog, I don't know. I don't know how you would train the dog, but let's just say hypothetically. I'm like, I say heal. I wait for the dog to come to me, and then I give it a treat. And then over time, I reinforce the behavior by, you know, giving my dog a treat every time I say heal, right? So, with that being said, eventually there's going to come a time when I say heal and there's no treat, right? Does the dog, like, does the dog understand that I want it to come to me? Not so much that, like, because I feel like in doing it that way, in offering a treat every time I say heal, I'll just be teaching the dog that, like, I'm gonna feed you, so come here. but I don't want it. I don't want the message to be construed as like, I'm going to feed you from here. I want it to be. I want the takeaway to be like, I want you to come to me. I'm training you to do so. And in the future, there will be no snacks. How do you... Would that, like, I don't know, like, offend the dog or something? If I just make a scenario where there's just no treats? Eventually. Once it's, like, well-trained. Will it, like, stick, or will I always have to offer a treat every once in a while? And then what? The dog is, like... comes to me under the assumption there may be a treat? I don't know. I need to understand dog brain, man. I don't think I understand. Lemonade says, "Oh no, you're reminding me of the dog owner who got their dog trained to use buttons which have words, and they found out the dog was self-aware and depressed." Do you have a video of this? I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Are you serious? But Kat says, in my opinion, the treat doesn't have to stop permanently. In my opinion, you should just slowly spread it out over the training.
Terminal and hostile control.
Actually, no, that does make sense. Maybe I'll start with, like, a lot of, or, you know, treats every single time as I heal. And then once the dog gets the point, then I'll start tapering off the heal thing. I guess I'm just kind of paranoid about what I was, like, reading or, I don't know, reading or watching a video about, like, how dogs interpret who's trustworthy or something like that. And something about, like, they interpret who's trustworthy based on whether or not they ask for something and it's, like, given or something like that. I don't know. I guess I just don't want to be a disappointment to my dog. But Lemonade says, "I don't have the video, I've seen it a few times. I don't want my dog to be sad and depressed." Mao says, "The best way to train is using a method called irregular positive reinforcement. Don't offer a treat every time the dog obeys. Offer it at random. By the way, this method works on people too. Irregular positive reinforcement is the most effective method of training because it keeps the reward exciting and prevents it from becoming boring." Okay, I see. The excitement is part of the factor. I see. Okay. And rewards isn't always food too. It can be praise or a pet. Depends on the trainer and the dog. Okay. Maybe I'll just train the dog that, like, well, treat first, but that generally train the dog that good things happen when I say heal, the dog comes to me. Yeah. Yeah, I see. Yes. Oh. Cat says Emar. User repair kit. Emar's got, like, 10% armor. You know, if you use a repair kit, you can get the whole... You can get the whole broken armor back. Did you know that? You can get the whole thing.
EMP jammer detected nearby.
I don't know what we're doing tomorrow, man. If I'm being realistic, like with Batman. But we also haven't played Kingdom Come Deliverance in a while, and I feel kind of bad about that. Damn. Ooh. Mouse says intermittent reinforcement. I had the name wrong. It's basically like take advantage of the same brain pathways that make slot machines so addicting. Okay, okay. Gotta give my dog the old gambling addiction, I see. The trick is gambling addiction. The secret to good reinforcement is getting your dog addicted to gambling. More or less. They need that sweet dopamine hit too. Sweet, sweet dopamine. How do you hack the EMP jammer? Do you have to like stand next to it or something? Ouch! Hold on, they cracked my armor. I can't see anything, damn it! Can we just stand next to it? Oh wait, no, I think I do know. Never mind. This was in Countdown, I totally forgot. Ouch. Nice. Mouse says, can you tell I was raised by a psychology major? Yes. Yes, I can tell, yes. How close did we gotta be? Oh, there we go. Nice work, fellas. Nice work. Okay, let's go upstairs. Unusual hostile fire team detected. Okay. I will forewarn you guys. We are nearing the normal stream time end. So I think what we'll do is we'll go as far as the next breakpoint for today's stream. So that's probably another like 15 minutes maybe. Lemonade says, alright, the bed calls me later, Taku, and everyone have a good rest of the stream. Thank you for joining us today, Lemonade. It's good to see you as always. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. I really, really appreciate you coming to hang out with us. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful night. Say hello to the lime for me. Let the lime know that they are a wonderful, blessed child. Or something. Positive reinforcement and all that. Alright. On to the next one. The Lemonade. Off she goes. Kat says, yeah, don't follow me. I have excess gloves, so I can afford to be more close-quarters combat. Okay. Sounds good, sounds good. What? Where'd you go? When my armor break, every enemy instantly aggro on you. Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay, okay. I'll wait for you for the next one. Mouse says I'm running my mid to long range fire support build. Excellent. Mine is just my mid range build. Is it good? Yes. Is it great? No. Oh, nice! I've gained proficiency with the gun I've been using. Let me see. I'm gonna try to... Is it proficient too? It is. I wanted to try Eagle Bearer too. I haven't even tried that at all yet, so... The DPS is less. It should be good. It's mid. The mid build, no! Hold on. What even is the good thing about this one? So... Eagle Strike. Accuracy increases as you continuously fire up to 30%. Headshot kills grant the tenacity buff. The strength of tenacity is increased by 1% for body shots, 5% for headshots. 40% to 80% of damage taken is delayed until the buff expires. All the total delayed damage is reduced for each enemy killed while the buff is active, up to 100% with 3 kills. Okay, so I guess it's kind of like... You just tank shots for a little bit? I don't know. This is going to be a disaster, but... I do want to gain the proficiency. I would like to gain the proficiency. Oh, you know, it's not that bad. I think that the accuracy definitely helps. The accuracy definitely helps. I feel like I'm shredding these enemies. I mean, it kind of helps that we're all shooting at like the same thing. I do feel a little more powerful than normal. Just a little. Floor 26 cleared, baby! Let's go! Excellent. Actually, wait, is this the end? It might be. Oh, sick! Ooh, medley backpack. Yoink. Kat says, I love this Banshee Pulse cosmetic so much. Let me see. Oh, damn. Nice, nice. Man. Kat is always so drippy. Truly. Okay. Well, I think I'll end here. It's a good break point, he thinks. So I think I'll end here. If I return to lobby, I think it should keep the checkpoint. If you choose to go back to the lobby now, you will take the whole group with you and your current session progress will be lost. You may restart from your last checkpoint when playing Summit again. Is that a good thing? Well, I guess we should all have the same checkpoint though, right? So we should be fine. Okay, I'm just gonna return us. Hopefully that's okay with everybody. Okay. Alrighty, fellas. Well, we can continue Summit next time. But thank you guys for joining me tonight. It is a wonderful stream. Thanks to all of you as always. So thank you guys for hanging out and chatting with me. Imar, nice to meet you. Mouse, Cat, thank you as always for a wonderful Division 2 time. Lemonade, thank you as well. Brave, Alistor, Spat, Stefan. I said Lemonade already, right?
An agent has gone
Spat.
offline.
I feel like I always miss one. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you again to Sable the Raccoon for the follow. And for the raid. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, Denver 3, hope to see you again. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll catch you guys on tomorrow morning for some probably Lego Batman, but we'll see. But yeah, have a wonderful night, everybody. Good night.
An agent has left your group.